Aquarius babies, what's happening? Hang on. Of course, I don't have my juice, my lotion, nothing. I'm just over here. This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody is having a good, what do they call this? There's a name for this space. It's a metaphysical name for this space between Christmas and New Year's. It's kind of where you're just kind of hanging in limbo. At any rate, good things come in the limbo period. This is going to be Aquarius 2021. Welcome to the age of Aquarius, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, in case you hadn't noticed. I've been shuffling cards for about 30 minutes. Who knew? The Wheel of Fortune, I saw that for you, Aquarius. The Star card, your card. The Chariot. Three of Pentacles, long-term rewards. And the Strength card. What I can tell, the Chariot is sitting right, ass up. But it's all good. You, along with about 2 or 3 other signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Scorpio, I believe. Y'all are just having general karmic difficulties. And things are just, it's learning. That's what the fuck it is. It's learning. You're going through things that are teaching you lessons. And, you know, it sounds all fucked up and shit. But it really isn't, because it has prepared you, is preparing you for your future, and sooner rather than later. There's a tower. I was looking for you. So, the beginning of your year, y'all have a lot of things tangled up in your year, next year. Money, romance, love, sex, add it all up. Some of you are trying to get this Ace of Cups. That right there. Some of y'all are trying to move up in your relationships. Some of you, excuse me, some of you are trying to move up in your job. Some of you are balancing shit. And damn it, and didn't I say 3 Pentacles at the beginning? There it is. There it is. I saw it in the big deck. But here it shows up in the little deck. And either side, I'm taking either side. Fuck it. Perseverance on this side and work in progress on the other side. It's same thing. Shit, hell. There's your Chariot. There's the 10 of Pentacles. Sun, I saw that too. Yeah, y'all are gonna be okay. Y'all are gonna be okay. Okay, so changes. Some of you are going through either job or romance changes. Somewhere in the midst of all of this, you had an aha moment. And you went, oh shit. I've been riding 50 miles down around wrong road. The hell. And that's exactly what the fuck. And who the fuck. And that's why you find yourself with the front end of your overall energy being the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. That 5 of Swords on the bottom, you're unsettled. Okay, so it says nothing resolved. But the feeling is that it's unsettled. It's like you just kind of wandering around. You can't find your army can't find you, colonel yelling for you, you can't see nothing, can't hear nothing, you just kind of wandering around. And that's okay, because you've been, just what I said a little while ago, you and a handful of other signs, y'all have been overcoming difficulties, because it's a learning phase. The fuck, you want me to tell you? And it's not nothing bad. It is painful because it's not you at the disco getting your boogie on. But you're getting ready to get to the disco soon. But you had to go through a lot of what you're going through. Those of you current tense have gone through recent past or are going to go through coming up in the next month or two. Some of you find yourself in a place where you're trying to juggle many things. It could be juggling money. It could be juggling family. It could be juggling dates. But you're juggling, and you're tired of juggling. You just throw that out there. You were tired of trying to keep all the fucking balls in the air. So back into your overall energy. This is the shit that's really in the back of your mind all day, every day. Because you're tired. On top of a pandemic, you trying to balance this, figure out that, keep everybody's everything up in the air, and you're tired. Underneath that is the Ace of Wands, meaning that you may have low energy because you've been doing said balancing act. But here's the thing, it's an ace. So there's some divine ass kick energy in there. See little Mustangs down there running around. And you want to start making moves. You're tired of being in limbo. You're tired of hanging on. Some of y'all are hanging on to people. You got 5 or 6 or 7 or 20 or 50 different people in your life coming and going. And what it has managed to do, instead of giving you a broad base of options, it has given you a broad base of chaos and bullshit. That part right there. And some of you are just ready to make some changes. Your challenge. The 3 of Pentacles on top of the Page of Wands. Be open to new beginnings and work on the long-term rewards. That's not this one, that's the big 3 of Pentacles. That's definitely the energy that's here. And so if you're working towards long-term rewards, it's about perseverance. It's about work and progress. All of that. So, which is not difficult, I don't think, for Aquarius to do. Taking a longer view, looking at the bigger picture. I think because you got so many dinglings in your environment, it's been more difficult recently for you to see what you normally like to see, the big picture, minus all the minutiae and details. So that brings us right to about right where we are. A tower and the Chariot on top of the tower. Who the fuck pulled that stunt? Nobody but Aquarius, of course. There's shakeup coming. Once again, we come right back up here to this 2 of Pentacles. You're tired. You may cause the shakeup, or you may just let the shake up, and throw up, and keep it moving. That I'm looking at the ass end of the Chariot and not the front end. That's telling me a lot of people getting ready to get left in the dirt. And for many of you, all of this will be a culmination probably of the last 6 months or so, because you've been steadily but gradually realizing the things that you thought were important 5 years ago are not important today. The people that you thought, or the types of people that you thought would be engaging to you at this point, they aren't. Jobs that you thought was the shit 20 years ago, you ready to cut some throats and then leave, that kind of shit. And it's all a part of all the cliche shit you hear. Age of Aquarius, where are we in it? Are we at the beginning? Are we in the middle? It's all due to all of that. And so you're not the only sign going through this type of shakeup, but you are certainly one that will suffer through it probably a little more, because it takes your energy, once again, that low energy. It takes your energy away, and it makes you focus on things you really ain't trying to focus on, because they become burdensome to you. So I would be saying sometime between now, we're about 2 days, 3 days from the new year. I'd say from now probably until the end of January, if it's not a tower that you yourself caused, it'll be because of your gradual lack of attention, which has probably been going on, like I said, for the past 6 months. And this January would just be the blow up point. You're tired. Just fuck it. Plain and simple, you're tired. And this is major energy. So this means you are getting ready to start out on a new path. Once again, I saw the Wheel of Fortune while I was shuffling. So Wheel of Fortune is always good. Wheel of Fortune is also about expansion. So you may be getting ready to do something or get with someone who's going to help you grow and help you be more of the kind of person you want to be. When you get into February, the Ten of Pentacles on top of the Eight of Wands, about taking care of the total you. And the Wands is telling me this is action that you're going to do. Obviously. This is some emotional shit here. Now, let's not get that part twisted. This has definitely got some emotional strings here. And there are going to be some people, let me just put that there too, that are going to be pissed because they thought you were going to be a doobie-dee-dee-doo-doo. Because for the last 6 months, y'all been a doobie-dee-dee-doo-doo. Get to February. Sit back. Take a step back. Take a look at what you have so you can move forward. You may be encountering someone who's more stable than you in the sense that they're more grounded. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or somebody that's got a lot of earth in their natal chart, or it could well be dealing with the wands on the bottom, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or any combination of the two. However, said person or situation is going to be greatly responsible for making you feel better about what you're doing and how you're feeling about yourself. Coming out of all of this, you're like, damn, how'd I do that? The fuck was I thinking? We get to March, there you are, shining and glowing, but you're worrying. Because now you get into second guess mode. You get into this, up all night. Carry your ass to bed, Aquarius. Like I tell everybody, carry your ass to bed. There's no reason for you to be up all night worrying about things that really don't matter in the long run. Just think back for the last 6 months. And make it a point to get in and stay in your sun. And those that gravitate toward you authentically, not people trying to make up reasons about why they want to be around you, that's where you start directing your little light. That's the direction you might want to start heading in, you and your horse, up another path, more major energy. The Nine of Swords is also about blessings and good news. So there may be some things that are some debts that may be forgiven, or there may just be some good news on the family front. Somebody may be having a baby, somebody may be getting ready to graduate, that kind of stuff. But all of this will help you remember who you are. Just saying. Then also, just because, it's also about eliminating shadows. So a lot of the things, once again, coming back here to the Chariot, a lot of shit you're going to be turn your back to it because you ain't got time. And so as you begin to stand in your own light once again, a lot of people are going to fall to the wayside because you're not going to be oohing and ahhing, oh baby, please, please, let me hold on to juggle some more, please, but you're not doing that. You're tired of doing that anyway. So when you really get to this point, it will be like breathing a breath of fresh air, your own and not somebody else's. The indication and the feeling here is that when you get to March, you'll feel yourself physically pulling away from a lot of the things that have been weighing you down for the last year or two. That's including thought processes, not just people, behaviors. You'll feel yourself just kind of pulling out of that and just kind of naturally gravitating back to who and what you are. You get to April, at Seven of Pentacles. And this is an interesting card to me. You may be trying to figure out how to fill in the blanks. That's the best way to put that. Here or here. And the blanks are the empty branches. You might be financially secure. Now, underneath all of this, we go back to that earth sign that you may be dealing with. But you're trying to understand, where's everything else? How come there's no leads? Financially, you're on point. If you even don't have it all, you are well on your way to getting it, but the inside of that is empty. Trying to figure out why it's empty. Brings us here, Three of Wands, by having foresight, but particularly where it comes to the decisions that you make about your personal relationships and what direction they go in. For a lot of you, it feels like it's been a long time. You just had people kind of trying to act like they fit the part because maybe they saw the material security, and not necessarily just money, but Aquarians are big thinkers, so they do big things. So you may have it like that, but you're not feeling it like that. You can have all the money in the world, but if you ain't got somebody just smacking you in the back of your head talking about I love you, why'd you leave the toilet seat up, sometimes that you just feel that. Male, female, doesn't matter. If you're a female, you got it, but it's like, where's the love? You will have flashbacks of the recent past, juggling a whole lot of extra. And I think as you move through the spring into the summer, you'll begin to see some of the choices you made in the past. If I were reading that upside down like that, yeah, reviewing options that you've had in the past, and just kind of put you in a thinking mode. But it'll also stir up some emotional stuff for you. Those are cups. So when you get into May, the caution here is to be patient. It's on the back too. But the caution here is to be patient and don't get caught up again. That's the caution. You may, by this point, early spring, late spring, midsummer, or early summer, you may be going back to a particular part of your past and going, okay, why didn't this work? What didn't work right? It could be a job that you're going back to, or going back into the workforce if you've been out for a while. And so the caution here is to look at all of it. Look at the past, look at the current, and what do you think the future may be. But it's going to be all about the decisions that you make. Come back to the Sun card. Being your authentic self will help you make the right decision. That part right there. Get to June. This High Priestess on top of the Ace of Cups. This is going to be kind of brief for a lot of you. It's going to be like, I don't have nothing in the house. I'm going to the furniture store. I'm going to be careful walking up the stairs. Ta-da! Here it is. Ace of Cups. There it is. So for a lot of you, you're going to move, you're going to progress through this. You're an air sign, so I'm not surprised at the briefness of whatever it is, the brevity of whatever it is that you're going through. I'm not surprised that you're going to cut it short. Because again, you're a big thinker and you don't like to be confined all the time thinking about the same shit. I know, it sounds contrary to Aquarius, but that's the truth. You like to think about things, you like to analyze, but you don't like rewinding the damn tape 500 times. That's old. So once you get out of that and you have another aha moment, next steps will be obvious for a lot of people. Could be marriage, could be making a decision to have a baby, could be about starting a new company, a new business, could be going back to school. Any combination of those things with the High Priestess here, it's really about you just reconciling yourself to the illogicness of the situation. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because for a lot of you, it's not going to make a whole lot of sense of how you got to this point and how come you didn't do this a long time ago, blah, 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 that whole thing. And so the High Priestess is just going to show you got this inner dilemma about what you thought, coming right back here, something was supposed to be looking like. Because I did this and I did this, but I don't have this. And I should have this. She's just here to let you know You can have this, but this might not be what you first imagined. That could be anything. A lot of hearts floating around, so that may have a lot of indications for some of you in love. It feels like a few of you have just been dicking around with just people that were really fans. I don't know how else to say that. It's like a fan club or something. People that were just fake cheerleaders, more or less, trying to pump you up to get to whatever it was they were trying to do. And I think that dawned on you, or is dawning on you now, and you trying to just regroup and regain some solid footing. You're going to be dealing with a lot of stuff from your past, and since this is trying to pop up, I'm going to let it stick out. That's the Seven of Cups, talking about obsession. But I think the bigger issue here is the illusions that go with obsession. When you obsess over somebody, you really don't see the real person. You see them as you want them to be. Talking about obsession now. There may be some caution here about illusions and obsessing. It could be, though, something simple like you just are feeling emotional about one particular person. So however that's resonating with you, that's where that'll be. July. With the Ace of Swords, more of your energy. On top of the Magician, you will find that blockages, once you get in the Ace of Cups, it may be the start of an old relationship, a reboot. It might be a new relationship. Could be a friendship turned relationship, however that's going for you. You have that, you get here, and now things are crystal fucking clear. Ain't no all up in the air no more. Ain't no empty branches. Now everything is crystal clear. And that is sitting on top of the Magician. And once again, it's about the blockages. Things that may have been blocking you will be gone. It will be about you using your skill and your logic to overcome whatever your vision is, whatever the obstacles are to getting to the dream, as it were. When we get to August, with the Nine of Cups on top of Temperance, and Temperance is always about balance, finding your balance. For many of you, this is going to be about finding your new balance with maybe a new job or a new person. So that also indicates changes, but ultimately, this is going to be your ideal happiness. So whatever warm fuzzies you get generated around July or August, that's going to be the shit. I'm just saying. But again, it's going to take all of this other stuff up here to occur first. And everybody's not moving at the same pace. So this may not happen for you until the end of the year. For some of you, it may happen in February. I'm just saying. All of this energy is on the board, but exactly how it plays into your particular situation will just depend. When we get to September, with the Ace of Cups on top of the Queen of Wands, there's no deception here. Usually the Queen of Wands is, in this deck, talking about deceptions and hidden truths. There's no deception here. There is a lot of empathy for you, and there's a lot of compassion for you. The Ace of Cups, you got the big Ace of Cups up here on top. Dealing with the depths. I'm not even going with what's there. I'm just seriously going with how it feels. Dealing with the depths of your emotion with whatever this is, or whomever this is. And kind of allowing yourself to color outside. The Queen of Wands, I'm sorry. That's that big sexy chick. And it's not neat. Fire's not neat. We're talking about wands. It's not gonna be neat, but it's you digging into the depths of, and you may have to revisit in your mind, emotionally, some shit from the recent past to understand what you need to be doing in the current situation. Maybe it's you that needs to be showing the empathy. Some cases, maybe you'll need to be shown the empathy. Either way, you're going to need to dig down a little deeper. There's a caution here as well. Don't stay in this. Stay in this dark, dealing with your emotional shit. I actually don't think most of you will be able to, because right behind that, we've got the Temperance sitting on top of the Death card. So there's going to be a change. Sudden, I'm not going to say, maybe not so much. So now we're in October. Some of you may be making the ultimate decision to get married. Others of you may be making a decision about moving away from where you are. You see dude, bag of bones up here on this horse. Headed somewhere. But the Death card, despite its name, always about transformation and change. So again, dealing with issues from the past, or having dealt with issues from the past, you're going to have to bring some sense of balance back, total, not just in pieces and parts, like you may have been doing different parts of the year. Once you get to the fall, you're going to realize you need complete balance, because you can't be weighed down if you're trying to move, get married, change some shit. You can't be weighed down and bogged down with a bunch of bullshit. The note here is that this may be a point where you start cutting a lot of people off, because they're no longer serving you your greater good. However that's resonating. It's just people gonna get cut off. Looking at the back end of the Temperance, about bringing balance back, most definitely some people gonna get shut out. But all in the name of you going through whatever transformation you need to go through. We get to November. Once again, Knight of Swords. On top of the Knight of Swords. Oh, doubles, if you will. You will be back to taking the broader view, because you will be out of this energy. You will be out of this wiffle waffle. Whatever decision you're going to make, you will have made it by this point. So you will be able to see the bigger picture, and you will be able to work within whatever boundaries are put out to you. As long as you speak your truth. Where's my sun card? As long as you stay in your light and speak your truth, when you get to this part, there shouldn't be any problems. You should just be like, oh, okay. Broader view, thank you. The back of this is about decisions. Once again, coming back here, the decision to let some folks go, let some situations go, some behaviors go. It could be anything from drinking to just a lousy ass friend that don't do nothing but call and ask you for money all the damn time. That kind of shit. At that point, you'll be able to see it bigger. At the end of this, on top of the Five of Pentacles, you may fall into a thing by the time you get to the end of next year. You're going to be here. Let's put this with, and again, those of you messing around with an earth sign, there's that earth again. But the bigger issue with the King of Pentacles is that you are the master of your shit. So by the time you get to December next year, all this dumb shit will be on, and you will be on top of your shit. The caution here is not to self-sabotage. Don't undo all that you've done. I don't have a sense that you will, but there may be a moment or two in the next year, maybe even the beginning of the following year, where you just kind of look back and go, oh damn, whose life is this? And you may start trying to second guess and roll right back into this waffle-headed energy. Once again, don't stay here. And remember that you are the shit. Period. End of discussion. The back end of this is about cunning. It's about having that street smart. Let's call it that. And knowing how to navigate through whatever negative self-talk you might have going on about what's going on in your life. Because from here, it looks like we're going to have a lot of good things going on. But you may just get to that point where you're going to, whose life is this? Whose is this? And on this, that's what's on top, the love card. I'll be damned, at the bottom, the Queen of Pentacles. So a lot of y'all fucking around with an earth sign. That's what I know. Don't forget the obsession and the illusion. Sometimes, I mean, fuck it. I got some people I obsess over. Sometimes obsession is good. It just kind of puts you in a space of, only if it's so wonderful. But, I mean, you can't stay in that energy unless, you know, you on some other shit. But color the world, but don't get carried away with the coloring. That part, the Queen of Swords part. Just stay within the boundaries that are there. Don't forget your challenge is to persevere. Any health issues you have next year will be minor. But don't let them become major because you're too busy doing this bullshit right here. If something hurts, go get it looked at. If something don't feel right, go get it checked out. I am not a doctor and I don't play one on TV. But if you ain't feeling right, go get it checked out. There are love messages coming your way. Some of you may be getting it now. Some of you may be trying to move into a better situation, but you got extra add-on value meal type shit. Many of you have a lot of people hanging on to you for the wrong reasons. I'm just putting it out there. So if you don't know, now you know. You got a lot of extra people just still hanging on and they ain't got shit to offer you. Think about why they are there. Go hang with your friends. Get some perspective on what's going on. Sit back and watch. You want to know who's about you? And I mean who's really about you, the authentic you? Sit back and watch. People that really care about you are not even going to entertain not forgiving you your flaws. Sit back and watch. Take a break. A long one. That right there. And some of you, they gotta add that part in too. Some of you may be, you may be sitting it out. You might not be doing anything. You might not be dating. You might not be doing anything. Once again, in your light, being your authentic self. Some of you may just make the decision, fuck it, I don't want to go through this anymore. I'm tired of this, that, and the other, whatever. Which for Aquarius is not a totally unusual thing. Many of y'all, though, are just feeling the anxiety and the angst of having a lot of stuff, but not having a lot of stuff. That inside good stuff. Just, you got the material shit, but the thing that you need or the person that you want around you in your experience is not there. You just, some of you might not get over that. The person that you want may not be available when you finally get to your aha moment. And you may decide to take a break, take a long one. Fuck it. Slow and steady. Coming apart. Coming together. So as you move through this energy, because this is all about change. It just is. And just like I said earlier, all the shit you've been going through this year, it's for a good reason. For a good reason. So slow and steady, be patient and peaceful with yourself, Aquarius. Don't be trying to fuck it up. Coming apart, there's some things that you need to step away from. Situations that you've probably been tied up or tangled up with, types of people maybe you've been around, and it's time to just cut your ties and let it go. This could be work too. You might have a job where she's just too toxic for you to be there anymore. Cut your ties, roll out. Just roll out. And so then with that, we have this. Once you get done cutting, you can begin to glue, tape, paper clip, something new, maybe something from a different part of your past, maybe friendships turning into other ships, job quests turning into real jobs. That kind of energy is coming together. So just trust and believe. By the time you get to the beginning of next fall, all will be well, Aquarius. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful and safe new year. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.